ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. كنا جلوسا عند رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ورفع رأسه إلى السماء ثم وضع راحته على جبهته ثم قال سبحان الله ما نزل من التشديد، فسكتنا وفزعنا. فلما كان من الغد سألته يا رسول الله ما هذا التشديد الذي نزل؟ فقال والذي نفسي بيده لو أن رجلا قتل في سبيل الله ثم أحيا ثم قتل وعليه دين ما دخل الجنة حتى يقضى عنه دينه. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم رأيت ليلة أسري بي على باب الجنة مكتوبا الصدقة ب10 أمثالها والقرض ب18. فقلت يا جبريل ما بال القرض أفضل من الصدقة؟ قال لأن السائل يسأل عنده والمستقرض لا يستقرض إلا من حاجته. هذا حديث حسن. In the Surah Al-Zukhruf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, نحن قسمنا بينهم معيشتهم في الحياة الدنيا. We have divided people livelihood among themselves. And then some وَرَفَعْنَا بَعْضَهُمْ فَوْقَ بَعْضٍ. And I elevate one person rank over others. Like we have different status in the livelihood. Someone is making more, someone is decent, someone is less. This is the Allah said, I have decided. I am the one, I distributed their livelihood among themselves. And someone high, someone is low. And the reason وَرَفَعَ بَعْضَهُمْ فَوْقَ بَعْضٍ دَرَجَاتٍ لِيَتَّخِذَ بَعْضُهُمْ بَعْضًا سُخْرِيًّا. Then some, they can make the other sukhriyan. Sukhriyan is mean like both, they need each other. If everyone make good amount of income, then who will do the like small work? So this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala divided. If everyone have like low like job and he's not making enough, and then we need some people to support the economic. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he connected every single group from each other. And this is the way he divided. Someone he will make, even how much he tries, still will make 4. Someone is making 15. Because and the one who's making 4, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala connected his need, the one who's making 15. That's why he's paying him back. Yeah. But this is the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls sukhriya in Arabic in the Surah Al-Zukhruf. So as we live, we need each other in this life. There is the dua. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he used to seek protection of Allah from 6 things. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من الهم والحزن والعجز والكسل والجبن والبخل. 8. وغلبة الدين وقهر الرجال. So each one you can speak one night. Per night you can speak one, which the Prophet ﷺ used to say, and seek the protection of Allah from 8 problems. And the last 2 problems he mentioned in the end of the dua is called غلبة الدين, like the burden of the debt. And there is 2 types of the oppressing. One is the one who get oppressed by debt, and other one who get oppressed by people. So, like one he's not facing dhulm physically, but he's facing dhulm in his money. So both is kind of, that's why the Prophet ﷺ bringing 2 problems in the same sentence. Oh Allah, I seek your refuge and protection from the burden of the debt and waqahr al-rijal, and oppressing of the man. Because the one is under the burden of the debt, and he's kind of have the same feeling or maybe same life and the way the person who get oppressed by someone. That's why he bring the same sentence too. The only difference, one he's get oppressed physically, and other one he's not getting oppressed physically, but he feels same way, like miserable in his money because he have to pay his debt back. 2 things. So our deen goes both ways. Sometimes we remember our rights and we forgotten people's rights. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ says one of the signs of Day of Judgment, you just have to care the rights of others and ask your rights from Allah. Do not expect people to fulfill your rights. Same way there's a huge chapter, it's called Babud Dain. The chapter is speaking about the loan and debt. The way he made responsible rich people to open their hand and help needy people, those they need debt. And they know those they need to borrow the money and they need the loan, they have to step forward and just help them out. And the one who's receiving and the one who's borrowing, the Prophet ﷺ also made him responsible. You have to pay him back on the time. both. So basically, but sometimes people, they are not giving loan, not because they don't want to give, just because of the way they got treated in the past, and then now they start helping people because they found people are not responsible anymore. And that's why this is the thing, because of they are irresponsible in paying back, and this, because of this behavior, is opening the door of interest in our life. So eventually, if you go any Muslim brother and he's rich, mashallah, and he have ability to give you loan, but he had very bad experience in the past, he will say no. So where this person eventually will go? He will go to the haram with interest. So we have to understand both has to be responsible. That's why, and there is not something we feel bad, oh, why is asking loan? Prophet ﷺ, and he had dir'a, and he was wearing in the time of the battle as a shield, and the Prophet ﷺ borrowed some money from the Jews, and he gave this dir'a as a mortgage. When he died, and still his dirham was mortgaged with in the house of the Jews, because he borrowed some money from him and then he gave something as a mortgage. So once when he will pay off, and then he can release this dirham. So even the Prophet ﷺ, when he was dying, he had some debt, and later on some of the family, but they took care of his debt. I have two hadiths. One, and also in the end is dua. You can share this dua. Those people, they're going through this debt. Now I'm not going to open this long discussion. America, 90% people under the debt, including our house, everything has payment plan. Sometimes people ask me, oh, can I still go for Hajj because I have mortgage 30 years? If you have mortgage 30 years, this flexible mortgage and flexible loan, and you have to go must for the Hajj. And otherwise, no one should go Hajj from America. Everything is under debt. Your car payments, and your house, and your education loan, how many loan you have? Everything is loan. So you should not, none of people, like most of people in America, Hajj is not first for them because they are under the debt. But understand which kind of debt is called. That debt can give you extreme hardship. And the hardship, it can even not let you fulfill your own needs. This kind of debt. Maybe it can stop you from performing the Hajj, and then you can have excuse and some exemption. Now the hadith. First hadith, which the Prophet ﷺ is speaking about the one who borrow money from someone but is not paying on the time. And the next hadith, he is speaking about the man, the one who give other people loan, and what is the reward he will going to receive from Allah. The hadith is, the Sahaba says one time, we were sitting with the Prophet ﷺ, and he raised his head, and he started looking at the sky. فَرَفَعَ رَأْسَهُ إِلَى السَّمَاءِ. Then he started looking, and then after, ثُمَّ وَضَعَ رَاحِتَهُ عَلَى جَبْهَتِهِ, and then he put his palms on his forehead. After when he looked, and then he put his head down, and he put his palm on his forehead. And then after he said, Subhanallah. When you get upset, you put your hand here, and then you feel like you look sad. This is the way his kind of was feeling. ثُمَّ قَالَ, and then he put his head on his palm on his head in forehead, and he put his head down, and then he said, Subhanallah. مَا نَزَلَ مِنَ التَّشْدِيدِ. Such a huge command is revealed today. Very strong command and strong warning. فَسَكَتْنَا وَفَزِعْنَا. Only thing he just said, such a strong thing revealed today. And when we heard this, we stayed quiet and we didn't ask anything, because already we felt something is not, we can ask Prophet ﷺ. وَفَزِعْنَا. Not only we stayed quiet, and we got even little worried and scared. And then فَلَمَّا كَانَ مِلْ. That was also wisdom. If you see already someone is not feeling the best, don't ask. And let him go. That's why the Sahaba had this etiquette. فَلَمَّا كَانَ. They didn't ask right away. When they noticed, Prophet ﷺ doesn't look very normal. And next day, سألته, then we asked Prophet ﷺ, Ya Rasulullah, ما هذا التشديد الذي نزل? What was the strong thing which you just spoke yesterday was revealed? The Prophet ﷺ said, وَالَّذِي نَفْسِي بِيَدِهِ. By the swear of the one he have my soul. لو أن رجل, if the man قتل في سبيل الله, been killed in the path of Allah. ثم أحيا, and then Allah, he give his life back. And then he came to this life of dunya, and then again he was killed. Then Allah, he give again his life back, and it's been going. And وَعَلَيْهِ دَيْنٌ, and if he have debt, مَا دَخَلَ الْجَنَّةِ, he will not enter Jannah until this debt is being taken care of. Imagine how many life. Not only one time he become martyr. He martyr one time, Allah, he send him back. Go martyr again, and then martyr again, and martyr again. Every time he come back and he get killed. But is still this effort and this amal and action, it is not going to forgive him from the debt. Not only one time, couple of times. So imagine how much this is shahadat, being martyred in the path of Allah, cannot forgive someone debt. What about other things? We have small excuses and we are not taking care. And because of this reason, family breaking from each other, not talking to each other. And it's very common in our country. The best, if you want to just, a lot of time you heard people, they just took and they just disappeared, they have no idea. I remember one time I was one of the country, they had the fight in the masjid, and brother openly he said, I'm not going to pay you a debt even if you burn me in the fire of Jahannam. That's what he said. And he said, if you don't pay your debt, Prophet ﷺ refused to offer janazah, and he said, okay, don't offer my janazah, burn my body. That was their heart, very hard. So imagine the shahadat, fighting in the path of Allah, cannot forgive someone dead. What about other thing has no value? And this hadith, Prophet ﷺ teaching and giving, making responsible for those they are borrowing money from someone, and how much they have to be careful. Allah, He will not help someone while he's borrowing the money if he have already intention he's not going to pay. Only person Allah will help while he's borrowing money, he have a strong intention. Oh Allah, make my way easy by this way I can pay this brother. Allah, He will give him relief. This is the hadith one. Now the hadith, the one who give loan to others. The hadith, the Prophet ﷺ says, رَأَيْتُ لَيْلَةَ أُسْرِيَ بِي عَلَى بَابِ الْجَنَّةِ مَكْتُوبًا. The night when I was in Mi'raj. Prophet ﷺ was passing by different door of Jannah. I passed one of the door of Jannah at the night of Mi'raj. And I found this thing is written on one of the door of Jannah, الصَّدَقَةُ بِعَشْرِ أَمْثَالِهَا. If you give your money in sadaqah, you will get reward 10 times. But if you give qard and loan to someone, you will receive reward 18 times. 10 times for sadaqah, 18 times for giving loan to someone. وَالْقَرْضُ بِثَمَانِيَةَ عَشَرٍ. فَقُلْتُ يَا جِبْرِيلٍ. Then I asked, O Jibreel, why the reward of giving loan more than giving the reward of the sadaqah? The Jibreel alayhi salam responded, لِأَنَّ السَّائِلَ يَسْأَلْ وَعِنْدَهُ. The one you are giving him sadaqah, maybe he doesn't need your money, but maybe he have already some money. Yeah. Most of the time people when they ask sadaqah, not necessarily they need right now your assistance. They just ask because they want maybe more. Maybe they have some basics, still they can take care of their needs. وَالْمُسْتَقْرِضُ لَا يَسْتَقْرِضُ إِلَّا مِنْ حَاجَةٍ. The one who's seeking loan, definitely he need your help. He's asking out of need, not because he have extra, already he have something. So that's why the reward of giving loan more than giving the reward of the charity and sadaqah in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this hadith is speaking about helping people. So both has to be responsible and both has to know their haqq and what is the duty from towards each other. But the first one is more important than the second one. Maybe the one who's not helping, still he have some reason. But the one who is not paying, he have no excuse, no reason. Last hadith. The hadith is the dua. The dua is, Ali radiallahu anhu said, أَنَّ مُكَاتَبًا جَاءَهُ. In the past they have different type of the slavery. One of the slavery is the master, if he had the slave, if he's not releasing him and free him from the slavery, he have the other option. He can go work daytime and make some money, and whatever the money he make, he can keep some portion and the rest he have to pay his master. This is called mukatab in Arabic. Like you say, like they used to tell, okay, you go and make money for like 100 dirham. Okay, you keep 30 dirham and give me 70 dirham, I will free you from the slavery. This is the kind of mukatab. So there is the mukatab, he came, and the mukataban ja'ahu faqala inni ajistu an kitabati fa'a'inni. And one of the servant and one of the slave, he used to be a mukatab and is working for his master, but he put very high price for free him from the slavery. So he came to Sayyidina Ali and he said, the amount which my master he set to free from the slavery is very high. I don't think so I have ability to pay. What I should do? Help me. Then he said, okay, let me teach you some word and dua which the Prophet ﷺ taught. If you have even dain and debt like a mountain, if you keep making this dua with the effort, Allah, He will make you free from that debt. What is the dua is? Allahumma kfini bihalalika an haramik wa aghnini bifadlika amman siwak. This is the dua Ali radiallahu anhu, he taught him this mukatab. Allahumma kfini bihalalika an haramik. Oh Allah, be a kafi, be a sufficient. Help me by halal, by this way I can free from the haram. then I will not go any haram area or haram income or haram earning or haram way. Allahumma kfini bi halalik. Allah be sufficient by the halal. Like take care of my needs by halal, then I will be independent from the haram. وَغْنِنِي بِفَضْلِكَ عَمَّنْ سِوَى. For future, oh Allah, make me free with your favor from asking others. Just let me ask you only, not anyone else. So this is the dua Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu, he shared and advised this slave, the one he had, the mukatab, and he have to pay his master. And this is the dua also, he said he heard from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even if you have debt like a mountain, and with this barakat of this dua, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he will make your job easy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, let me repeat this dua again one more time. Allahumma kfini bi halalika an haramik, wa aghnini bi fadlika amman siwa. Subhanallah bihamdi, subhanakallahumma bihamdi, wa ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.